Breaking news, Malcolm Brogdon shockingly retires from the NBA, was on pace to make the Knicks roster to be their backup point guard. Instead, he said, that's it. I'm done. Plus, Lauri Markkanen could be on the move with the Utah Jazz. I'm Trevor Lane. This is the Basketball Bulletin. Make sure you subscribe right here to the channel. Joining me is Donnie Freeman. Donnie, I thought Brogdon was very easily going to make the Knicks roster, was going to be an important piece for them. And now here it is. He's walking away from the NBA.
Yeah, he was somebody that we got deeper into the free agency period, and we're wondering why he isn't signed to a roster. We even speculated maybe he was one of the guys that was waiting on Golden State to make a decision. Then yeah. I thought it was interesting based on the fact that he's got, a good pedigree, had a solid year last year. He hasn't really been healthy, and that's the main thing, right? He has a good long history of being a good player, and so we thought it was interesting that he would be somebody that'd be fighting for a camp spot. Right.
Very steady veteran player, has shot well, did not shoot great last season, but has shot well over the course of his career. He's a guy that you could just plug into a game and you know that he's not going to make too many mistakes for you. He's going to go out there. He's going to run your offense. He's going to knock down open shots. Is he going to go out there and do a bunch of dramatic things that are going to win you a game? Maybe not, but he's a very, very good game manager. Here's Shams Charania's report on what's going on and then what this means for the Knicks. Check this out.
Breaking news here on NBA Today, and are joined by our senior insider, Shams Charania. Shams, what more can you tell us?
Look, after 9 NBA seasons, Malcolm Brogdon has suddenly made the decision to retire from basketball. So this is someone that was set to make the Knicks regular season roster, but he has been contemplating retirement for the last few weeks, and he informed the Knicks of his decision today. The Knicks had slated him to be the backup point guard on this 2025-26 roster, but Brogdon has made the decision to retire from basketball. This is someone that was one of 2 NBA players ever to win Rookie of the Year and Sixth Man of the Year. He also had a 50-40-90 season in his NBA career, so heavily productive stints, particularly in Milwaukee, Indiana, and Boston. Here's his statement right there to ESPN about his decision to retire. And this abrupt decision does have a direct impact on the Knicks, but Malcolm Brogdon, after 9 NBA seasons, is retiring from the game of basketball.
Well, we certainly wish Malcolm all the best of luck in his future endeavors here. I covered Malcolm when he was with the Milwaukee Bucks, and I really enjoyed getting to spend some time with him. He's one of the most thoughtful guys that you'll meet in the locker room, and certainly that translated to the court. One of 9 players, as you mentioned, to ever have a 50-40-90 season. So certainly wishing him all the best, Shams. Thank you so very much for that insight.
All right, so Brogdon retiring, you can see the stats over the course of his career, averaged 39% from 3, 46% from the field, just 1.7 turnovers per game, a low turnover guard that can get in there and manage the game for you. Did not shoot well last season, but that was a small sample size, obviously, and he was going to be the go-to backup guard for the Knicks. Donnie, does this change Russell Westbrook's mind? He just agreed to a deal with the Kings. Should the Knicks just call up Russ and say, we need a backup guard now? What do you think? Is the ink dry on that contract?
He's gonna pull Alex Len from last year, right? Where Alex Len was basically going to Indiana, but was like, actually,
never mind. I'm gonna go torture the Lakers.
Yeah. I mean, I think Russ should probably just keep it, with the team that was interested in him in the first place.
I agree. He's not going to really do it.
With Brogdon, I just was digging into it as well while we were going. He was playing in the preseason, wasn't performing great. So that is interesting as well for the Knicks. And I thought it was interesting because Shams basically, like we were saying, he was in a camp battle. He was basically saying he was going to get that spot, right? Like he was going to be their guy that was going to be the backup point guard for this roster. And he has dealt with injuries. And I have to wonder if that is a reason why he's deciding to call it here. Maybe he was never going to be himself again completely, something like that. I don't know. It's really hard to know unless that information comes out. But yeah, I think overall for him, like we were talking about earlier, he's got a history of being a really good player, and we were confused about why he took so long into the offseason, but maybe there is something here that we just simply don't know. He's only played in 463 games over the span of 9 seasons out of 738 available. So he's missed, 275 NBA regular season games. So he's missed quite a big chunk of games. So
yeah. So it could be the accumulation of all the injuries weighing on him. As you said, he didn't shoot particularly well in preseason either. Maybe he just for some guys, and he's not that old. I mean, he's going into his age
30,
33
right?
season, I believe. He's not even 33 yet. For somebody like him, he doesn't turn 33 until December,
Yeah,
but
he was an older rookie.
He was an older rookie. Some guys just know, like, hey, this was it, and I hit the age cliff and I'm ready to walk away. He played 4 preseason games. Again, didn't shoot that well. Maybe he just didn't feel like he could be himself anymore. And if that's the case, then, a great career for him, obviously. And former 6th man of the year, former rookie of the year, Malcolm Brogdon, and that'll do it. So now the Knicks are going to have to find another option at the backup guard. I wonder,
do they not just give that to, who was it? It was
Landry Shamet. Right? I think this basically guarantees that
Yeah.
Landry Shamet now makes the team. I do wonder, just a little conspiracy theory here, Donnie. What he didn't shoot that well in preseason. What if the Knicks were going to cut him, and this is just a way to save face?
I mean, Shams is basically saying the opposite, though.
Shams saying the opposite. I know, but what if for a vet?
It's possible.
This is just completely. This is me making this up. I'm not reporting this or anything like that. I'm just saying. Could there be a scenario where a guy is a veteran player, he recognizes that he's hitting the age cliff, the Knicks are saying, hey, we're probably going to wind up cutting you, and he said, well, I was going to retire anyway. Okay, you've been a great veteran in this league for a long time. Let's make it so you're walking away on your own terms rather than we're cutting you. And again, Shams is reporting the opposite. Not saying it's not true. Just a theory to throw out there.
I mean, it's possible. I actually, I wasn't on the video with you for Russ earlier. I kind of wonder if that is the direction he goes this year, where it's like, this may be my last year. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think with Brogdon, I think we probably would have seen I know we were talking about this prior to recording, but like the NBA players got a pretty big pension bump for 10 and 15 years. He played 9 years. So, like, I would have to imagine if he could squeeze out one more year, if for no other reason, that may be a reason to try to do so.
Yeah.
And so I would have to imagine he probably just woke up one day and was like, you know what, I don't think I can do this anymore for X number of reasons. I don't know if they were going to cut him. Like I said, Shams reporting something differently. It's certainly possible, maybe save face, but at the worst, even if he got cut but wasn't ready to retire, I think another team would take another flyer on him at some point this season.
I agreed. I'm still going to take it at face value that he was going to make the Knicks, even if he didn't shoot particularly well in preseason. He's a veteran, long career, has a long history of being a very dependable player in this league when he's healthy. Dependable when he's on the court, not dependable in terms of his health. But so I will still buy into that. Just throwing out a little conspiracy theory there. All right, let's talk about Lauri Markkanen. Could the Utah Jazz actually trade him? A little bit of info coming there. We'll get there in 30 seconds.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code Bulletin. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
Code Bulletin.
That's right.
I love the way it says it. It's like, use code Bulletin.
It's well done.
It's great.
It's very well done. I love it. All right. So this was a little letter to the author piece, a commentary here by Ben Anderson, who covers the Utah Jazz, and was asked about what do you have to say about, obviously a Jazz fan, what do you say about the media throwing around all the Lauri Markkanen trade rumors left and right? Oh, the damn media. When what Austin Ainge says at Media Day seems to contradict these reports. So Chris Mannix had said Utah passed on an offer for Golden State for Markkanen in the summer of 2024, believing a stronger market would materialize. It didn't. Markkanen did not shoot very well and dealt with injuries last season. Right now, there's a belief that the Jazz are very open for business on the 28-year-old All-Star. And then Anderson reporting that someone close to the Jazz told him, we're not trading Lauri Markkanen. So the Jazz pushing back on the idea that Markkanen is very available. Donnie, I always take, when teams say stuff like that, I always have to take it with a big old grain of salt, because Lauri Markkanen could be on the trade block. The Jazz are eager to move on from him, and they would still say, we do not want to trade Lauri Markkanen. We love Lauri Markkanen. Look, the Hornets, they loved Mark Williams, and they were so happy that they got him back from the Lakers and then immediately traded him again as soon as they could in the offseason. Teams aren't going to put out there, yeah, we would be open to trading a guy, because that's not going to improve their negotiating position. Instead, they want it to be, no, we love this guy. We don't want to trade this guy at all. We would never trade. Well, okay, I guess if you offer that much, then we'll trade him. So I don't take anything from the Jazz saying they're not trading Lauri Markkanen, because it doesn't matter whether or not they are or aren't. In terms of whether or not we can believe it, if they are trying to trade him, they would say the same thing. So yeah. That's the problem.
I mean, personally, Mr. Laker fan here never letting Mark Williams off the hook with that one, or the Hornets off the hook with that one. No. They really tried that and turned around and traded him in the offseason. Yeah, you hit it on the head right there. I don't know what the saying is. Anyway, you were right. That they would be saying this regardless, right? So that I don't really listen too much to it. Like, I think that if an offer comes along that they think will help their endeavors to be good a couple of years from now, or a few years from now, help them build around Ace and whoever else they view as part of their core, then they will pull the trigger on that. I mean, we've talked a lot about Lauri. I think he's a guy that could be a really good player, a really, really good finishing piece to a championship run for several of these teams. He's also like right in the heart of his prime. He's about 28 years old, but he makes a good amount of money. So that's another part of it too. If you're gonna be a team that's trading for Lauri, you've got to be sure that you can win for sure, because it's going to be pretty difficult. Otherwise, if you're not positive you can win with what you have already in tow to build around Lauri, unless you're positive that he can otherwise be your second best player on a championship team. You know, it's kind of hard to build a roster with your other guys making $50 million or so. But I do think he could be a player that could potentially help a team like that. And otherwise, I think the Jazz they've got time. I mean, he's on a multi-year deal. Maybe something materializes this year. They don't have to pull a trigger right now. Could be next year, this summer. Who knows?
He's old enough to where I think you can question whether or not he really is part of their future, but he's just young enough to where you can kind of make the argument that he still is by the time they get good, especially if Ace Bailey is ahead of schedule. So he's 28. I do think it makes a lot of sense, as Ben Anderson noted in his article too, like it would be irresponsible of the Jazz not to listen to offers, and he's sure they are going to. I have the prediction that Lauri Markkanen does not finish the season on the Utah Jazz. I think it makes too much sense to move him, and based on what we saw for him over the summer with his national team, I think he's in store for a big season this year. So I could see some big offers coming for him mid-season from teams looking to get over the top. Again, if he shoots poorly again, though, like he did last year, then he won't be moved, because he won't be a positive value contract. But if he's playing well, shooting well, stays on the floor, which I'm predicting all those things to happen, then I think that the Jazz would be foolish not to strongly consider moving him.
Yeah, I think with him, the concern is like, is Lauri for sure Lauri on a team in a more marginalized role? Like, is he still able to perform pretty well for you? We saw him in Cleveland a few years ago, and he was solid, but he wasn't what he is now, and he's on a losing bad team, so he gets more opportunity now. And is that just a case of that, or is he going to still be able to show you this level of production on a team that is hopefully trying to push for a championship? I think that'd be something that the team that tries to pull a trade for him would have to strongly consider, because like I was mentioning, the contract, it's multi-year, $48 to $50 million. That's kind of a hard pill to swallow if he doesn't wind up being that piece for you.
Exactly.
And sure, gets you over the hump.
Exactly. He's got to be that. All right, everybody. Let us know in the comment section. What do you think? What's Lauri Markkanen worth on the trade market? Would your team want to trade for him? Let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, everybody. See ya and stay safe.